like I lost everything. I lost a car. I lost a girlfriend at the time. I lost it, like I'm talking 5 figures of money in a week. I went from that high to literally losing everything, right? Like I got into a bad ass car accident. I crashed out on a bridge, bro. The only thing that saved me was the airbag. It's more about the impact that you have on the people around you than it is like the status that you reach yourself. And the only way that you can get higher at a certain point is by impacting those people around you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing to be a leader, but it's another thing to create leaders. To the fullest extent, there is no finish line to this. You die, life goes on. You live, life goes on. You had a bad day, life goes on. There's no such thing as like being done. You get to one point of life, there's another level to reach.
Welcome to the Saint Pod.
You're the Saint with SaintPod. Far from saints, far from sinners. We making winners. And today I got a special guest, man. Who we got today?
Chris Ransom, what's up, y'all? It's great to be here, bro. I'm really excited, bro.
No, yeah, and bro, cause when you say your name on the phone earlier, you got a tough ass name. I ain't gonna lie, like that shit full of Chris Ransom, like some Batman shit, some Bruce Wayne
it's funny,
type
like,
shit.
I actually just had a client meeting last week, and she was like, Chris Ransom. She was like, I don't know, I just feel like I know you, that name. She's like, it sticks. I was like, yeah, I'm pretty lucky, I guess. Like, yeah. Pick up the phone. I was like, Chris Ransom.
Nah, real shit. I'm like, what? No, I thought it was voicemail. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, hello? Nigga, too professional. Nah, but the thing about it, I do fuck with that though. No bullshit. Just let them like get like a little rundown of who you are and what you do, bro.
Ah, man.
And where you from out there.
Got you. Yeah, born and raised in Philly. Right now, what I do, I'm in the financial services arena. So that's dealing with wealth management. That's dealing with, it's pretty client facing. So helping people from doing things like saving on taxes, tax diversification, to building wealth in the market tools as well. I'm actually going to be at Morgan Stanley in Atlanta. So that's what I'm preparing for now. And then actually, that wasn't my original journey, but I made it work, man.
So we're gonna get into all that.
Yeah.
Do me a favor, real quick. Just put your mic a little closer like this.
Okay.
You see how my joint is?
Yeah, like that. Okay.
Closer, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, definitely. And so, is that the only thing you're doing right now? Is that what your main focus is? Like, you have side stuff going on? Or like...
Yeah. So I've been dibbling and dabbling in real estate. I haven't had my own successful deal. I've gotten so close. Like this past 2024, really, like I'm talking like, saw the same property 3 different times with inspectors, spoke like this close, signing the paperwork, and then got pretty close on some stuff. Just really, right now I started a wholesaling company, No Finish Line Acquisitions, where my main goal is to provide deal sourcing to investors, so people who have a lot more money than me, right. Like a lot more. So
practically like a middleman kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Being the middleman. Yep. Yeah. So like, if you could imagine like an investor, right? Like you got all this money, right? Your mainstay is making that money. So a lot of times when you have a lot of money, it takes a lot to get that money. So like we're talking 100-hour weeks. Like my mentor, drop his name, Solomon Mangum. You can look him up. It's my dog. It's my guy. He's clocking in 100-hour weeks. So you think that he has a lot of time to go look for the next deal and look for the next thing. You know what I'm saying? So when you have those relationships with people who are already at that level, the best thing for you, honestly, to do is be the middleman. That's how you learn. Right. That's how you're able to get to that level, that next level.
Yeah, and plus, like, just finding that place where you fit in, too, is just, like, so important. And, because money buys time. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? So, the fact that they're in a position to do that is because they can
afford it. They can afford it. So, they'll pay that premium because they understand that I put in the time to find the deal, to source it, provide it to them, get it under contract, and then,
That's tough, man. I hear the vocabulary. You know your stuff, man. And
trying, man. It's bro. If 2024, oh my God, bro. That 2024 literally taught me you have to crawl before you walk. Because I tried to walk.
Right.
I tried to walk. I tried to run. Right. I thought even when I hopped into the financial services game, I'm like, oh wow, like I'm about to have $10,000 months.
Right.
No, that's not how it works. It's not how it works.
Yeah, I feel like people need some clarity on that too. But real quick,
Yeah.
you know, we actually went to high school together.
Nah, my God.
Nah, yeah, that's why we was laughing in the beginning, because it's just weird, I guess, seeing as a both of our different
like
elements,
introducing
you know
each other is like, bro, I know you, bro.
right? And but yeah, and I guess like what you were saying earlier on the phone, it's just like a full circle moment, kind of thing, just seeing each other in different elements and all that.
Yeah,
and it comes from coming from the same place and same challenges. You feel me? Going different directions, and that's why I love to see, especially succeeding at it too as well. You know what I'm saying? I could tell you living life. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying, man.
Yeah, I can see.
We're not all the way there yet, bro. We still got some
journey.
goals, man. It's a journey. I'm really just trying to take it day by day,
right?
And enjoy the journey, because like right now I'm still in that struggle, like in the sense of like my mind is over there.
Me too,
but I'm not there yet.
Shit,
you know what I'm saying?
Me too. No, yeah. I feel like we probably go through the same thing, just
man.
different type of things. Where, cause it's funny you said that, because recently I just been feeling like kind of a little low and kind of down, because like but what you were saying, my mind is so ahead of where I'm at.
I'm a millionaire already, bro.
Right.
Like I genuinely like. I know.
Exactly.
There's no question. And I'm saying, just like I'm sure you know that this platform, this is going to be something, because you know what you're going to put into it.
Definitely. And I just know my potential. I just know it so well that, you know, people say, "Oh, I'm so proud of you. You know, you're doing," like, even when you said that, sometimes it kind of, I'm trying to practice mindfulness, because sometimes when people say that to me, it kind of goes in one ear out the other, because to me, I've done nothing.
But it's not, bro. You see, it's not, you've done so much. But think about it like this, right? Like, and I'll put this in as layman terms as possible. It might be funny, but like a fat person doesn't get fat overnight.
Right.
You know? Every Twinkie they eat kind of contributes to what they have. You know what I'm saying? So like, you didn't get this position, this setup, this platform overnight.
Definitely.
Like I took a peek. I saw who you got on here. You know what I mean? You got some people on here, man. So like, you didn't do that overnight. You built that. You know, the following that you have, the people that you have around you, like,
appreciate that, bro.
You know, so you may not realize it because it's every day for you.
Right.
It's that, like, in this sense, it's not a Twinkie, but you know what I'm saying? It's every day.
Right.
You know, so
in 2 ways, you know, pops off.
Exactly. Right. So it's like,
and that's why
you need those bigger things sometimes that are going to make you realize, like, damn, I accomplished that.
Sure.
But be honest, like, every single podcast you do is, you know, another milestone, truthfully.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, no, and I'm definitely trying to practice more mindfulness and just gratefulness, because sometimes when you really in a game for real, when you really dedicate to something, your head can just get big. You know what I'm saying? So big, and then you just think you nothing at the same time. That's why it's a double-edged sword, especially when you like, because true confidence can be a double-edged sword. You know what I'm saying? Because then your ego can get in the way. You know what I'm saying? And then when your ego gets in the way, you can make the wrong moves like that, because you're just chasing something so heavy that's might not be real to you. You know what I'm saying? Like we might envision something, but it might work out, but it's not how you envision it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you might want to, I'm trying to get 10,000 by a month right now.
Yeah.
But you need to go through the struggle first
before I get there.
Exactly. Because if you did get those months,
I wouldn't appreciate it.
You wouldn't appreciate it.
This is exactly what I'm saying what 2024 taught me, bro. Like, oh, bro, it almost makes me emotional, bro. I think we should get into it. I was really up here, and I went down here.
It has to happen.
You know what I'm saying? And I literally wrote, I wish I brought it with me, bro. I literally said, God made, like, I literally lost everything, bro. Like, I lost everything. I lost a car. I lost a girlfriend at the time. I lost, like, I'm talking 5 figures of money in a week. Like I'm floating on a high, bro. I'm making like $2K a day, bro. Like 3 times a week. I want to say a day because that makes people think, okay, 7 days in a week, 14K a week. Right. You know, no, I was trading 3 times a week. I was clearing 2K every single day. So 6K a week. Right. I was touching bread. I was wasting it. I spent 15, like, and I know this isn't a lot to some people. I mean, to some people it might be a lot, but like,
but it's where you was at.
Where I was at.
Yeah, where you was at.
And so it was like, I went from that high to literally losing everything, right? Like I got into a badass car accident. I crashed out on a bridge, bro.
Which one?
Chesapeake Bay.
Damn.
Like when I tell you, like I was doing 60, no seatbelt. My head hit the window shield. You can see, like, I'll show you a picture, bro. Like, I literally, like, the only thing that saved me was the airbag. Right. It hit me. It didn't hit me up here like normally airbag hits you in your face and all that. That airbag hit me in my thighs, bro.
So you didn't fly.
My thighs were bruised. Right. All of this, my torso was above the steering wheel on the dashboard. Like my head hit the. Damn, like I was up on the dashboard, bro. And it put me right back. You know, like car totaled. Didn't even, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, you know what I'm saying? Didn't even make it to the summer.
When was this?
This was, I think it was like, I really don't know. It was like May.
I'm not good with time either, bro. Like,
I suck at time, bro.
I can't tell what month something shit happened.
I suck with that.
People tough with that. Like,
some people are good with that. Like, I suck with that. Like, especially when it comes to like I compartmentalize. Like when bad things happen, I just put it in a box.
I honestly forget about that shit.
Bro, I just forget,
until it come back
keep
up.
It pushing. Exactly. Yeah. So like this talking about it, but like, bro, it was the car, then it was the money, then it was the I had a rough start to my job. Like, you know, I got into a profession where I'm in the office with people who are making $700,000 a year, bro. Like I'm walking next to people with Rolexes on. Right. You know, then I'm also with people who are struggling just like me. Then I'm with people who are making, you know, that in between, right. $8K a month, you know, $10K a month. And it's like, you know, I'm fresh into the industry, but like I've worked so hard to get here. You know, like I want to tell everybody too, like I didn't start going down. You know, they call it finance. I don't know why they call it finance.
What you mean?
Like that's what they call finance.
Who's there?
Like, I don't know. The people in finance. They call it finance. I don't know, bro. I get on meetings with, like, people, like, who are up there in the realm, and they're like, finance.
They must know something we don't.
I'm like,
all right.
Finance. Finance, it is. But, you know, I'm just a kid from Philly, bro.
Right.
At the end of the day, like, I didn't know of this world.
Facts.
Even in college, I didn't know about it, bro. So, yeah.
No, it's definitely, like, times where... you get put in these places where you're not familiar with, and you can see the distance.
Yeah,
it kind of is like, oh shit, like, you know, I love the big fish.
I gotta, it
humbles you.
It definitely humbles you, bro.
Yeah, I was just in a room. It was like this content thing going on, like just some like private kind of thing that I just knew somebody there, and I was kind of a plus one. I'm talking about, you know, people from Philly, people from New York was there, just that crazy stuff going on. And I kind of was like. I'm kind of like a natural, like, boy, I can talk real well, but like I don't know what it was. It's just like when you know, people more successful, like you can feel it too.
Mm-hmm.
Like what the fuck?
What's
that about though? Yeah, that's crazy.
It's
like that's just real, gang. Like what's that about though?
I'll be honest, bro. It's like it's literally like an energy thing.
Yeah.
Because I think when people who have reached like a point of success in their life, they realize, and this is from talking with like successful people, they always get to this realization that true success only comes when you give back. And so those are the people, like, you ever talk to a CEO, and like every CEO I've ever talked to remembers my first and last name and knows what we talked about the last time and remembers like a little fact about me, so that when we talk again, they're such good human beings. Right. Like, I wanted to be CEO not just because of the title and everything, but because of how they carry themselves. Like, every single person I've talked to that had, like I said, reached that level of success, they talk about how it's more about the impact that you have on the people around you than it is like the status that you reach yourself. And the only way that you can get higher at a certain point is by impacting those people around you. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing to be a leader, but it's another thing to create leaders.
Right.
So it's like that. Like, when I say like that aura, like, it's real, bro. Like,
no facts.
Like, you really, sometimes you straighten up when that person comes in the room, or they make you feel a way. Like, they make you feel, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's kind of what I want to achieve too, but in my own kind of way. Yeah. In my own kind of like just you know, obviously not with finance, but just like a community leader.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And just
somebody people can look to.
Right. And look to and look up to as well, especially the children. You know what I'm saying? Just that look like me. And shit like that. You feel me?
That's what it's all about.
I think we do have people like that here in Philly. I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But I think it's a lot of negativity that surrounds a lot of shit going on, and I just want to be a little different, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't want to be corny either, because sometimes y'all y'all be a little corny, but
Yeah.
I fuck with y'all. Y'all be a little corny. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely do want to just like give it back.
I think that's the Philly swag too in you.
For sure.
Like I feel like Philly, like we just like I've seen other places, bro. Like I went to Howard, bro. It's a lot of, excuse my language, but it's a lot of corny niggas out here. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of cornballs.
Yeah, right.
And it's like you got people that try to like give off a certain vibe, like they tough or they this or they that, and it's like, bro, you like, not to say like you can't be tough and not from somewhere, but like when you come from a city like Philly where you become so well rounded.
Yeah, I would say
Like you realize you don't gotta act like that.
Fact, you just be yourself.
Just be yourself.
Yeah.
Just be you.
I was just on a podcast the other day, and I was just saying like, I'm not even a hood nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood. You know what I'm saying? I don't portray no type of image.
To put it.
I don't portray no image. I'm just myself. You feel me? And we can all tell when you're trying to put on like some type of image. You feel me? And I don't know why they can't tell themselves though. You know what I'm saying? Isn't that weird? Like, and
it's always so strange, bro.
It's so weird. Like you can obviously tell that like you just trying to.
You're just trying to
make it seem like something.
Yeah, you're just trying to make it seem like you this, or you're trying too hard. Like they always say, like the quietest one in the room is the one you got to worry about.
Facts, but
at all
so
times.
Loud.
At all times, there's no need to be loud.
Yeah.
Even bro, money talks. Like I'll be honest, bro. Like
talk about that a little bit.
I was in a man, this was another life changing day for me. December 23rd, 2023. Cameron Spiller, if you watch that's my dog.
That's
Cameron Spiller. He is like a brother, a mentor, an amazing, one of the most amazing people that I've ever met in my life. Shout out, bro. He brought me along. He literally sent me, like, this is how thorough this dude is, bro. Like, I'm grinding, trying to switch careers at 22 years old. You know what I'm saying? Trying to like run with like real deal people who are 20-year vets in a career. Right. You know what I'm saying? He sends me a text. He's like, he's a vet in his career. Cam is. He's a rookie and a vet type bull. But he sends me a text. He's like, I'm at a dinner around people that you need to be around. I said, bet. Send me the location. Pull right up. Like I'm in I got dressed up, you know. Right. Walk in. All millionaires at the table. All different ventures. Guy that was doing private equity for one of the largest insurance companies. Another guy that does wholesaling but went into healthcare agency. Another guy who's in finance for a Fortune 100 company. Another guy who does real estate but on a whole nother level, like developments. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's tough.
You know, like,
that's crazy.
So I get to talking to these guys, and you know what I'm talking about is how money talks. Like, you might not look like money, but best believe the things that you do, like, you're having different conversations. You're at different places. You're at, like...
Probably talking different.
I don't run into some of the same people. You know what I'm saying? Why? Like, and I'm not trying to, like, toot horns or nothing, but, like, there's certain things that you can't do when you don't have certain things. And there's nothing, bro, and let me get this straight. There's nothing wrong with that, right? But there's an elevation to it, right? So, dude... I'm sorry, I'm not trying to cut you off.
No, get it all out, gang.
Dude is like, you know, I'm driving driving my Ford at the time, and dude is like, he's like, can you, we're gonna go to the strip club, Sin City. He's like, can you drive us? I'm like, bet. Like I know that in that drive, in that 30 minutes, driving you there and then driving you wherever back, I'm gonna get so much game. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna take whatever is worth. I'll drive you, bro, where you need to go. On the way there, we talking. He's like, yeah, I just shipped my car to Houston. Now, at the time, I'm 22 years old. I'm from Philly, bro. Like, I didn't know that you could ship cars, bro. Like, I'm like, what the
I don't know no nigga that ever had. I knew about it, but I never knew no nigga that was done that.
He's like, yeah, I just shipped my car to Houston ahead because I'm flying there to. He said tomorrow. It was like Friday. I think he was talking about like a Sunday or something. Yeah. It's like, yeah, like I'm moving my operations from Philly to Houston. Right. So I'm like, off rip. I'm like, operations, shipping car. Right. Oh, yeah. So then we start talking. I'm telling him like what I'm trying to do. He starts giving me advice. But again, like, that's just what I'm talking about. We get to the strip club, right? This is the prime example of money talks. You think that the guy that's, you know, throwing money at the strippers, you think he's getting money? Right. It's the guy getting the back rub and the head rub and not throwing a $1 bill.
Damn.
You know why?
Why is it?
Because he's selling them hoes. He doesn't want the image.
Right.
Money talks.
Right. He's not trying to be flashy.
Bro, real money is quiet.
Right.
Real money is quiet. He points out somebody. He's like you heard of? There's a man. It's like a club, but they got one in Atlanta and Philly, and it's like a I forget what type of club it is. Okay. It's not Noto, but it's a club.
All right.
Something social.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
It's something social.
Right, but yeah, so a big club. You talking about just a big club?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
The owner of that, and then he's into all these other things. He's got I think he's got restaurants or something. I don't want to put that on his name and it not be the case, but that was what my understanding was. But he's like, he's a millionaire, multi-millionaire. He points him out. Dude is wearing some regular ass shit. Like he would walk past you on the street and you would never know.
Right.
The dude I'm looking at is wearing Pumas.
Right.
And he turns his phone around and he's showing me that he just financed a $50 million deal for an auto dealership.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Shit, yeah.
Like, Cass used to bid on everybody with Androids. He's got an
sure,
Android.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all the shit that people think is corny.
Yeah, that's the culture.
Yeah, bro.
That's a culture issue.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. But that's what I'm saying. Like, when I say, like, money talks, but it, like, also at the same time doesn't say a word.
Right, that's definitely crazy. And something you got experience, you know what I'm saying, too, as well. It was just tough.
Life-changing, bro.
I was going to say, like, we could talk about it all day, but, like, unless someone really experiences that, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, like I'm sitting in a room full of millionaires, and then I have to go back to a job that's paying me, I think it was, like, I was making, like, $15 an hour.
Damn, where you working?
I was working at a physical therapy spot. I was getting money on other things, but
is that what you did? Like,
yeah, that was when I went to school for sports medicine. I was trying to go like doctor of the physical therapy route, and then have my own practice, or go like into medical school. The guy that I mentioned previously, my mentor Solomon Mangum, shout out Solo, changed my life forever. He was like,
so how did that switch happen? Like where did you meet this guy, or like when was you interested? All that. Just get into that.
Solomon, he was doing a syndication. So it was like a $2.1 million syndication of 5 units in DC.
What's a syndication? A
syndication is when you deal with multiple outside investors and bringing them into, like, put into a pot of money, basically. Okay. For a specific percentage of the pot, right? So, like, you might have 2, I might have 2, but we need 6 to close. So we're going to raise that other $2 million that we need. So it was different ways that it was being raised, though. It was like, it's a long story, but syndication, right? And I had worked on it. That was my first time on a deal, in a sense, right? Like, I'm not like, I don't have a nickel in the dime, but I'm doing like the paperwork. I'm getting the paperwork. I'm seeing things. I'm going over things. I'm walking through the financial modeling of everything. And from there, I was just like, and he closed that shit, bro. His own first ever syndication, you know what I'm saying? And he told me at the end, he was like, yo, like, I never did this shit before. I was like, yo, like, I would have never known.
Like the way he's carrying himself?
I would have never known.
That's tough.
I would have never known this dude never did that.
But how'd you even get into that, though? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the story about, like, how'd you switch over from, like what you was doing research? Like, what made you even want to go that route?
To be real with you, bro?
Yeah.
Like, yo, shout out my pop if he ever sees this, bro. But, like, and this is no disrespect, but, like, my dad always wanted to do real estate, but he never did. And, you know, I think that was a lot of, like, being a man of the house and, like, taking care of business that needed to be handled that was more, like, imminent than, you know, doing real estate. Right. But it was, for me, it was like, I'm going to get this for you. Like, this ain't just for me no more. Like, I want to be able to get you, you know, on what you want, like, to get you in the game. You know what I'm saying? And it's not on some, like, trying young bull, like, not at all. Like, like, if I ever get my first, like, not even if, when I get my first, you know, couple units, I'm splitting half with him just because. Like, yo, here, you start your own joint now. You know?
I can't wait till that shit happens, bro. You make a post, clip this joint. You know what I mean?
For real.
Because really, it's just speaking into
2025.
Yeah, no, it's a special
2025.
Year.
It's gonna happen.
Damn, bro. So, can you talk about how you changed when you started to become surrounded by the people of, like, importance, or what money? Like, how did you change specifically? Because the prison I remember, you know what I'm saying, back in high school, I ain't gonna lie, I was a little wild boy. You was a lot, but you could tell you could talk though. Yeah, you could talk. Yeah. And actually, I don't know if you remember. Before you get into it, I don't know if you remember. We almost fought one time.
For real?
Yeah, I don't think you remember, but
really, I don't remember that, bro.
I think it was freshman year though. It was some freshman year shit. And you remember how we used to all slap box in the
yeah.
But so after it had nothing to do with slap boxing, but we was in the gym and I forgot exactly what happened. I think you had threw a ball at me, but I don't think it was by accident, and it hit me hard as shit, like smack. I'm like, yo, but like the face.
My apologies, bro.
No, listen, bro, the face you had on, it looked like you did it intentionally. So I'm kind of getting your face a little bit, not in your face, but I'm like what you doing, like you know what I'm saying, and but like I guess like you was on some like. So what, you know what I'm saying? But I can't remember how it ended. I can't remember how it ended, but we was just cool from that point.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I swear, I think from that point, I actually called somebody. I won't say names, but I called somebody because like I was doing like a reflection. I was just like I was an asshole to you. I called him. I was like, bro, I'm sorry. Like, that's not who I really am.
Yeah, you was strong.
Like, yo. Like,
yeah. We wasn't that close, but like, you mean, like, you was something.
My apologies, bro. You my dog, bro.
It was nothing from that point on either.
Nah,
and that's because we didn't really know each other at that point. But then afterwards, we was just cool. Like, you know, we was just cool.
Nah, bro. You said, how did I change? I think the change really came from realizing, like, the humility that I needed to move forward. Because like coming from Philly, like I felt like I was just ahead of my time. Like in the sense of like I'm a Philly kid, you know. I go to Howard on scholarship. I think I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like I'll be honest, like I've seen more life than so many people at Howard. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not like that's no diss to anybody that, you know, went to Howard or whatever. But like sometimes when you grow up with realness, like you kind of see things that other people haven't seen. You know what I'm saying? Especially in Philly, like you know what I'm saying? Like we go to school, like sometimes you stepping over a body on the ground because it's like a homeless person, and that's just regular to you. But these people that come from like suburbia, it's like, oh my God.
That's how it was at Westchester. Like you could tell these niggas never really experienced nothing. Not that's a bad thing.
And that's just something small, but like you know what I'm saying? So like I think that coming from that, like I saw both sides of life just like that. Like within the same year, like I saw, you know, like I grew up, like I saw murders, bro. Like I 5 years old, I remember it was a drive, like my first drive by. I'm running out of running to the window because like I heard it coming down the street. My dad was outside in the car, and my mom's tackling me, covering me on the ground. 5 years old, bro.
That's crazy.
11 years old, coming outside. You know, I heard the gunshots the last night because I was sleeping in my mom's bed because I was my dad was on work vacation, whatever. Right. And walking outside to go to the movies, and my mom's trying to like push me into the car. Dude coming up talking about something. Did you hear? Like, did you see anything last night? My cousin got murdered in the alleyway. Damn. Like right in front of our house. You know what I'm saying? Then see a double homicide. Like, you know, like down the block. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like I'm walking in, and then another bull get killed at the top of the block as I'm walking in the crib. Like, so it's like, it's nothing. Right. It's nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like a lot of people see me and they're like, you ain't go to, like, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like, but like, I knew which way to go. Exactly. Like 16, my homie, shout out my homie, but like, I just leave that, bro. I just leave it at that.
No, definitely, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly where you're coming from as well.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly coming from as well, because you know what I'm saying? I feel like we don't present ourselves. We could present ourselves, but like we know how much like if we present ourselves a certain kind of way, it limits our opportunities. You know what I'm saying? So motherfuckers might come at you like, oh, you're not presenting yourself like this, so you must not be that. Absolutely. But like whole time, like bro, we all grew up in the same city. You know, absolutely. It don't matter which part it was really from. You know what I'm saying? Even like I grew up in Alney. Like I remember Master Street. We first had moved to the block. I remember it was this Puerto Rican lady. She told my mom, she was like, yo, watch your kids. This street is a graveyard.
Oh,
crazy as shit. And like I had something similar happen to me, except like I was on a block. I was actually it was in the middle of the night, and some Rican boy he just got blasted. And I remember I ran outside, not ran outside, but I was
everybody getting peeking out, like looking out, like yo, is everything cool?
I remember it was just like His body was just there, bro.
Yeah, bro.
And the ambulance came. I remember they just threw his body like it was nothing. No cops came. Nothing happened. They just threw his body in thing like it was nothing.
Bro.
And that does. At first, it didn't bother me. You know what I'm saying? You kind of forget about it. And then when you get older, it's like.
You start to realize things. Bro, when I was, like this shit is sad, bro. When I was 5, from that incident with the drive-by when I was 5 years old, bro. Like, you would think, like 5 years, you don't understand how malleable a child's mind is, bro. Right. 5 years old, I'm going outside, I'm playing outside, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was days where I was playing by myself, you know what I'm saying? And there was a car, like, we'd have a car in the driveway usually, like, to show somebody's home or whatever, right? Any SUV that would come down the block, I would run behind the car for, like, the next 4 years of my life. And I didn't know why, bro. Right. Like I did know why, but, like, growing, like I didn't realize it until I grew up. Yeah, until I grew up, and I'm like, damn, you was fucked up. Like,
you was traumatized.
You was traumatized.
Yeah, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's a response.
It's like a response, but like, you go from that to like I'll be honest on this podcast, bro. You go from that to like cook, like, yo, I can curse on this joint.
Whatever you want, bro.
All right, you go from that to cooking out on rooftops and partying with millionaires' daughters, and you know what I'm saying, and kids, and like going on trips and living life, and you know what I'm saying, like
just doing,
bro, you like it's a total 360, like 180 flip, like, and I think that is the true blessing, like, of life when you come from a place like Philly, because you appreciate everything. Like, I can go to the hood and I appreciate the hood because it's like I don't see it as like a graveyard or like the ghetto. Right. Like, I see it as like such a fertile ground for people, because like it's like survival of the fittest for real.
Oh, for sure.
And then like I can go over to these other places and appreciate that, because it's like this is the life that so many people don't get to live.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, like that's what Howard was for me, bro. It was an eye-opening experience, bro. Yeah. I never got to see, like, I never saw certain things till I got to Howard, bro. I never experienced certain things till I got to Howard. And I experienced it very fast. And, you know, I think I was lucky enough to be able to hold on. But, you know, it's been a beautiful journey thus far, bro. And I'm not done. I'm not done at all.
Nah, I'm proud of you, gang. We're rap. Nah, I'm really
proud of you, bro.
Shit, gang. I think we're both doing good things, bro, and just sticking in there. I think that's really the part about it. You know, you're gonna fail, you're gonna succeed, you're gonna fail again, you know, 100 times. It's honestly just consistency, though. You know what I'm saying? Really just get on your game. And what keeps you going, though, bro? And you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, like you might be smart, you know what I'm saying? You might be cool, but like, what stops you from like stopping? Why didn't you give up when you know what I'm saying, you were making 15 an hour? Why do you want to even go the extra mile and all that?
I'll be honest, bro. Like, other than like the fear of not being successful is such a stressful fear that I face every day. It's like, because like I always I do a bad job of like measuring myself up to other people. Like I'm in the rooms with like 30-year-olds, and you know what I'm saying, and it's like, yeah, they're rocking Rolexes, and you know what I'm saying, like they're going on crazy trips, and you know, going country to country, and it's like I just can't let myself down, because that's what I want. But also like the younger me, bro. Like, I do it for the younger me, bro. Because I know that, like, when I was growing up, I was looking up to the wrong thing. And I know that there's a younger me out there that's like, you know, looking up to the wrong things right now. And it's like, I want to be that person for that younger me.
Same shit, bro.
Like, no, look at me, kid. Like, look at me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like when I got to Howard, I feel like I lacked so many people that I used to look up to. Like, even when I just got there, I'm like, damn, I'm looking up to these cats 10 years older than me, and I'm doing better than them right now. And I think that's like the real conversation that needs to be had sometimes too, is like, rip the Band-Aid off, bro. Like, some people getting real soft out here when it comes to like having real life conversations. Like, some people just aren't doing what they need to be doing.
Talk about it a little bit.
Just like real rap, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like everybody's like yes, I get success looks different, right? For people, right? But like, at the end of the day, no matter what you're doing, whether it's in the street or whether it's not, you still gotta handle business. And if you're not handling business, then you shouldn't call yourself successful.
Right.
And with that, and of course that looks different, right? Like if you got a kid, that looks different. If you got parents, that looks different, right? But like I think it really comes down to like just handling business, like being a all around good person, right? Like
yeah, bro, and that's the hard thing to do. That's why people aren't willing to do it. You know, because I ain't gonna lie, it's easy to be an asshole. It's easy to be just at a regular job. You know what I'm saying? Not growing. You mean it's really easy. But for some of us, I feel like me personally, I think I tried at one point to just go the regular route. You know what I'm saying? Get a job, but my mind doesn't let me. My mind don't let me. Honestly. Like, you know how I was saying, oh, like I feel like I haven't done nothing. That's not me. You know what I'm saying? That's my mind doing that. You feel me? That's what's really driving me. I don't know where I adopted this from, but I've always had like such crazy ass dreams and
goals.
God,
you know
what I'm saying? That's how I feel.
You believe in God?
Yeah,
bro, that's God. Bro.
Yeah, I'm a spiritual boy. You like religious or?
Yeah, I'm Muslim.
Yeah, oh yeah, you were Muslim, right?
Like 20. I took. Funny story, bro. Shout out Keem. I ain't talked to Keem in a minute, man. Hakeem.
Yeah, I actually saw him.
Really?
I saw him downtown. Maybe like a month or two ago.
Yeah. Shout out Keem. Shout out Taki. And shout out Sharif.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, those guys, like Taki and I, we was real tight. Like, especially in freshman year. Like, I guess still my guy. You know what I'm saying? But like, I just ain't been able to.
He like moved schools or something like that. I can't remember.
I can't remember. Yeah. Like I think he did.
Yeah, but
I think he did. I think he graduated with us. I think so. Yeah. Bro, it's so much that's happened. Yeah, my mind now is like I feel old now. Yeah, like, but bro, first shot. Like I was never a Christian. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't grow up in a church. Like my name is Christian. Like you know what I'm saying? But like I was never baptized. I was never Christian. I didn't have a religion. You know what I'm saying? And then once I got to ENS, you know, like it was the first Ramadan. It was 2015 Ramadan. It would actually be 2016 because that was when it fell. I was just curious. Like I'm like, you know, I started reading because we were in Mr. Milton's class, and I was learning how like Christianity was used as a tool to enslave others. And, you know, I just kind of like started doing my own research and I just felt more aligned, like no shame or, you know what I'm saying? People believe in what they believe in. Right. But like, you know, like I felt more aligned with Islam because it was like, you know, the belief of a direct God. Like I'm praying to God. I'm not praying to Jesus and then God. Like I'm praying to God himself. You know what I'm saying? And like it just felt more aligned to practice like the etiquette, the cleanliness, the traditions. You know what I'm saying? Like it felt like a brotherhood.
Yeah, no, I respect Islam. I've actually I was at a point where I grew up Christian. But my belief wasn't super strong. But I went to church and all that when I was young bull. But I at some point I think it was like going into college. I started researching other stuff. Like I studied Islam for a little bit. Yeah. I studied Buddhism as like a lot of like Hindu, all that. And I respect Islam. I respect that. I think I have a lot of things about respect as well. Yeah. And that's kind of what I fuck with the most. You know what I'm saying? But I think honestly, you know, to whoever watching too, it's just like I think you should believe in something bigger than yourself. I think that's what can really drive you. You know what I'm saying? Because even though the thoughts I have, I just feel like wanting to be more than myself, wanting to be on some community shit. It's just like I think it's something inside me that's a part of God that wants to like share like how I feel. You know what I'm saying? That's why I created the podcast. Share how I feel, how others feel. You know what I'm saying? And bring us together. And it's a selfless kind of action. You know, I do want to obviously profit from this, but I could do it so many different ways. You know what I'm saying? Easier ways as well. Evil ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I think it's something that tells you that you want to go in this direction.
Rap. I think it's beautiful though. Like, I think that religion overall, like, is the submission. You know, like it's you submitting to something higher than you. Like,
it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. Like even though like it like that, even that term like submission, like it's kind of hard to wrap your mind around it because like especially as a man, you know what I'm saying? Like it kind of like feels weird. Like to say I'm submitting, but like nah, bro. Like you're recognizing that you yourself are not in control.
Exactly, and that's And that's why I'm saying that's when you start to win. Because I really resonate with what you're saying, because what I went through what I called it was surrendering to the experience. You know what I'm saying? It's like a surrender. And once you do that, I was in a place where I wanted to control everything. I was just trying so hard to keep things together.
Yeah.
That's not how you're supposed to live, bro. Honestly, you're supposed to put the intention out there, do your actions.
Absolutely.
But then let God.
Absolutely.
You know
let God. You do what you got to do. You lay the brick every day, right. Then you pray. You know what I'm saying? You praying at the end of the day.
It feels so much better that way, you know what I'm saying? Because you understand it's not just you. You're not alone, you know what I'm saying? It's not just you.
Absolutely, man.
Sure. It's a good job.
It's a good job, bro. It's a good job just grabbing
it's
some water, bro.
Yeah, no,
Absolutely.
No, for sure. And I also still do want to get back into the finance stuff a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. So right now, you were just talking about trading.
Yeah.
Last year and how you lost like 6 figures almost.
Five figures. Yeah, not 6 figures. Nah.
7.
Don't put that on my name.
Right. So tell me a little bit about that. How that happened and what you're doing and all that kind of stuff.
So trading, I had been trading since COVID.
I got into that too.
Yeah, I was like an equity trader in COVID though. I didn't flirt with like options. I was just buying and holding and selling at the right time. My first really big play actually came from I bought Norwegian Cruise Line during COVID because I had read that they had raised so much money from investors to never set sail of a single ship for 3 years or something. I think it was 3 to 7 years or something like that, and still be able to sustain themselves as a company. I read that. I'm like, oh yeah, you're not failing. Threw a band in there, you know what I'm saying? I was younger, threw a band in there, and it came out to 1,700.
Tough.
Yeah, and then, bro, I got an Nvidia back before 2023.
One more time.
I got in an Nvidia. You heard of Nvidia? If anybody that trades and watching this, they know about Nvidia. Nvidia. It's a semiconductor. It's a chip. It's a chip company. They make chips.
Okay.
One of the hottest stocks of 2024. They had over 100% gain in 2024.
Damn, why I don't know about this?
Bro, they did a 10-for-1 split. I think it was 10-for-1. Or 10-for-1. I think it's 10-for-1. Whatever it was. Yeah. I got in back before 2023.
That's tough.
Yeah, bro. That was one of my proudest achievements.
So what was that looking like?
it was looking right.
Yeah. Tough,
so that's what kind of gave me the fuel to go into options.
Hear you.
So now it's okay, let's really play. Let's play with fire. And what options does is it leverages. Right. So you're if let's say
it's calls and puts, right? That's what.
Options, calls and puts. Yes, that's yep. So let's say we're already, what you will be in 2 years. And what you are is you're bigger than, shout out Gillian Wallow, but you're bigger than Gillian Wallow, right? And let's say you put, in this podcast, you put, some companies, Blistex, you put Blistex right here, right? And you know that you get 2 million viewers. Well, a normal person might be okay, I think that Blistex is going to go up now. So they put a call on it.
Right.
Now, if it goes up, you're leveraging 100 shares in your contract. But basically, you pay a premium for it. Long story short, you pay a premium for it. You're leveraging, a contract that's worth 100 shares. Right. You goes up. You're dealing with a multiple, right? So and you can make a lot of money, right. But you can also lose a lot of money. And I don't want to get in too deep because a lot of people will get lost. Just watch a video on cause and
I was
puts.
going to say no. Yeah. I definitely got into it a little bit. I'm trying to get back into it actually.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely I got a guy that yo, shout out my guy Sekou. He's doing great. He trades, but I've learned some things from him. And just seeing that next level of trading, bro, that's the true freedom.
Well, what do you trade?
Personally, me, I really watch the indexes. It's S&P. I'll do CrowdStrike because I feel CrowdStrike mirrors a lot of the indexes. It's a holdings. And then NASDAQ, NDX. I do SPY, which is the it's an ETF of the S&P 500. I also do a lot of the things that are within the top 10 of the SPY. It's like Apple, Nvidia.
Right.
Like if you lock in on like a couple things, you know what I'm saying, and you just study them, you'll be able to like predict their movements.
Right.
And get used to like how they respond to certain things.
How long did it take you to become profitable?
I think I got lucky. Like, I'll be honest with you, bro. Like, I was doing a lot of
like when you start seriously trading.
Yeah, I was doing a lot of like what is called I think it's called like sentiment trading. Like just reading the news and watching the news,
right.
and then trading off of like what's going on in the news.
Right.
Like if a wildfire hit, Pfizer's laboratory, I would bet that Pfizer's going to go down. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like things like that.
Yeah,
like
life stuff.
And when I was doing trading like that, dude, that was when like 1 turned to 2, 2 turned to 4, 4 turned to 8, 8 turned to 16. And it just kept going. And it was like, okay. And I started getting riskier. And I was doing good at first. Like I was, definitely taking larger bets, but like again, risky doesn't always pan out. And what happened was I took the wrong side of an Nvidia option and I put it all on the line, and I was going for $100,000. I would have had $100,000 if it went my way. Damn near 100,000. It was like 86 and some change. But what happened was that it was great news. I think the Blackwell chip had just came out or something like that, and then it was great news. Well, the investors didn't like it, so they pulled their money. And what happens when investors pull money is the stock goes down.
Right.
And when it went down, it went down. And then I started trading emotionally, which you don't do. Exactly. And so, with what I had left, I started trying to get it back. And then ended up losing that too. Right. So it was a whirlwind, but nonetheless, bro, like trade responsibly, do your research, invest in life insurance first, get life insurance. Everybody needs to get life insurance in their 20s.
Tell them why.
Why? You get life insurance. Life insurance is going to build your money. You get cash value whole life insurance. Your money's going to build over time. So you might get $250,000 of life insurance that costs you $100 a month. The reason why it might cost you $100 a month is because of your age and your health. You're never going to be as healthy as you are today.
Right. So as you get older.
In the insurance game, right? Because as you get older, you technically get unhealthier. Of course. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if you are in a fit condition right now, let's say okay, you're going to get it next year, but you're going to slim down some. Okay, slim down some. Then apply for some life insurance though. You know what I'm saying? So the cost of life insurance is again based off of your age and your health. Right. So it's not only going to be as cheap as it is now, but that money that you're paying in, it just doesn't disappear. It helps to build the policy that you have. Right. So it's a long-term game. It's not something like, I'm 20 now and 30, I want.
It's an investment.
It's an investment.
Definitely.
So that $250,000 policy can very well transform into a $550,000 policy by the time you're 70. Yeah. And now that money is tax-free to your whoever. Right? So you not only have money that's been built up within that policy that you can leverage tax-free as well. Like you can, you might have only put in $20,000 in premium payments, but now you have access to $60,000 or $70,000 that you can use. You can treat yourself as the own bank. And it depends on how aggressive you want to be, right, when building that policy. But like you're your own bank. You don't have to go to a Freedom Credit Union to go get a loan. Right. You just take it out.
You can take it out yourself.
On yourself.
Some free game.
And then what you do is this is the real game. This is the real sacrifice. If anybody wants to talk sacrifice, this is the real sacrifice. Let's say you get life insurance right now. $250,000 policy is probably going to cost you like $200 a month. By the time, God willing, you live until you're 85, right? Hopefully, longer. That policy is probably going to be like $600,000, right?
Right.
You take that money, pass it down to your kid. Your kid gets life insurance, but puts all of that money into you can transfer that policy. Right. You can surrender that policy. We'll transfer it. Transfer that policy to that kid. Now they're starting off with $660,000.
Tough.
Do you know what happens when you build that $660,000 again?
What's that?
It's going to turn to $1 million.
Right.
So now that one kid, right? Your direct seed, so your grandchild will never have to work again if you play that game right.
Damn.
Because they'll be able to live off the interest
that
it will build. You take that money out, you know what I'm saying? When they pass, now they just left them with 1 point whatever, or however much. This is all hypothetical numbers, but like,
yeah.
And now you put that money into a high yield, and wow. that's just without you even having to come up off of we're not talking even $20,000, $40,000. We're talking about premiums, like 20. You know what I'm saying? $200 a month for some time, but like it builds.
Why don't more people do that, you think?
They don't know. Yeah. That's the game these rich people, that's the game they play. They be having like 10 policies on themselves. Bro, second their kid comes out, they put a policy on their kid because it's the cheapest that it'll ever be. Right. I just put a policy. I helped my homie put a policy on his son. 13-year payment, so he shortened up the payments like he could pay it up. It's an aggressive policy. His son is about to have $30,000 by the time he graduates college, tax-free, that he can leverage. So if his son wants to go get a rental property, he needs a $10,000 down payment.
He can do that. Yeah, that's tough.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's tough.
It's because we don't know.
Right.
But now, that's that's just one layer. That's just one layer, bro. That's the foundation, bro. Right. Like real life of a foundation, like of a financial plan. That is you want to make sure that you have life insurance, because think about it like this too. Stock market goes up, taxes are up too, or stock market comes down, taxes are up high. What's the one thing that's still gonna make money year over year? Your life insurance.
Right. That's tough.
Year over year.
That's tough. Y'all hear to hear, man. Go get that life insurance, man.
Life insurance, Roth. Then we can start talking brokerage accounts.
You familiar with credit?
Not too familiar, bro. I'll be honest. Like, I think, I'm curious to hear people's opinions, because I've heard, like, dealing with people who are like, like making like crazy money. Some of them are like against credit because they're like,
really?
Yeah, because like, when you get to like that certain point, I feel like the game shifts. It's not so much about, they still practice leveraging, but they're more in the game of lending sometimes.
Right.
Like, I know like a couple private lenders that like are more, that don't even know about credit, but they issue money just like how creditors, you know what I'm saying? And think about, like, this is where I want to put you on with. I'm trying to figure out if I can say this too, bro. They can look it up and see this stuff. So, like, it's the truth.
I mean, why wouldn't you be able to see it?
Because I work for, these financial institutions.
Right.
So there's like certain parameters.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I won't clip it, but well, if you want to say it, say it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it, bro.
I mean, I don't know.
When you put your money, excuse me,
you good.
When you put your money in a bank, what do you think happens to it?
Your sister.
No.
Well, I know. Yeah. Wait, I do know this. It's like they. That's how they make their money, because it's not really there. They like give it out. They not only lend it. They not only lend it. They invest it as well.
Right. So let's just deal with round numbers just to make things easy. What's like the highest interest rate you ever seen on your checkings account? Like 0.46.
Okay.
Like, I think mine, I got SoFi. I think I'm like 0.46 on my checkings, something like that. And I get like 1.02 on my savings, and then like 4% on my like they have a thing called a vault, where like you put your money in it. Like, I get 4% on my vault.
My jump, it lose money. Lose money because inflation.
Yeah. So, but if you're not making more than 3% on it,
right,
then you're losing it, right? Because inflation is at 3% right now, something like that. I think, I'm pretty sure. Long story short, you put in $1,000 to the bank. When you get a credit card, do you know the usual APR average is like somewhere around like in the 20s, low 20s to high 20s?
Okay.
So that's like the amount of money that you got to pay them on interest, right? And they're only giving you 0.46.
Right.
So what happens to that spread?
What's that?
That's their profit.
Mm.
So you take 0.46 minus whatever your interest rate is on your credit card, and they're eating that.
Well, I mean, I feel like we all knew that they scamming.
Yeah, I mean, but that's just a little so that's just guaranteed bread.
Right.
That they're doing. They're doing investments too. Like there's an investment sector of the bank. Like every bank has an investment banking sector, which is a whole nother category like that I don't even know enough about to speak on, but I know that just like the name is investment banking, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but nonetheless, I mean, like, that's why I try to stay away from credit. Like I have credit, you know what I'm saying? Like I have a credit card, but like I try to stay away from it now, like with the knowledge that I have, just only if I need it.
But how would you stay away from it? Because like if we don't really need it to like get the stuff that we want.
You can.
How not? Like what do you think?
I strongly believe that when it comes down to like the crediting system, like it's just my belief. Like if you're making $200,000 a year, or $100,000 a year, or $90,000 a year, like they know these things, right? Like, so why wouldn't you feel comfortable lending me $30,000?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you see, or $20,000. So it's like if you get to those points, it's easier to get credit. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm making $200,000 a year and I go to the bank and I'm like, yo, like I need a $30,000 line of credit. I'm right here.
Right.
Like honestly, that's what I would think. Because if I'm in it, like if I know I have a client that needs $30,000 and he's making $200,000, and your lifestyle, like you know what I'm saying, like if I'm looking at, you know what I'm saying, your certain things, it makes sense to me, depending on
Right.
All credit is just how good can you pay back somebody?
Reliable.
How reliable are you?
Yeah.
You know, are you gonna give me my money at the top of the month, or do I gotta come knocking for you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, so I don't know. It's such an interesting. I really want to do a deep dive into. I don't know as much about it.
Yeah.
But I really want to do a deep dive into it, like to learn more about it, because I really want to understand its history. Mm-hmm. I think it's like a poor man's crutch, and and again, like no knock to, because I know people that got rich off of credit.
Right.
You know, so like no knock at all. Like, but like for the average person, like, because those aren't the average people. Like, you know what I'm saying? But for the average person, like, it can be a crutch that's like can get kicked from underneath of you, because like you think you think it's there. You think that $15,000 limit is, you know what I'm saying, is money that you don't got to pay back. It's a crutch. And then what happens when they want their money back? They kick the crutch from underneath of you, and now you got to walk your own walk.
Definitely.
Damn.
That's some crazy shit. We went deep, man. We went deep. I ain't gonna lie. We'll wrap up soon. I just got a few more questions for you.
Nah, for sure. Whatever. Shoot, man.
You also into fitness?
Yo, love it.
Yeah, talk about that a little bit.
Show the camera. Wait, hold on. I gotta figure it out. There we go. No. There we go. No finish line, bro.
Yeah, talk about that. That's kind of the main reason why I talk to you on the pod, because you building something, and that's why I say it's community.
Thank you, bro.
It's community, so.
Dog, I'm trying. I started up a run club. I think it was like, I suck with times, bro. Like, I don't know what it was, bro. But like the end of summer, September, something like that. Started a run club, had a great turnout a couple times. I think it was really the timing, though, that kind of like impacted the success of it first year. We're coming back harder next year. More visuals, more incentives, shirts.
Fuck with that.
Like, you know, like for free, bro. Like, I'm not charging people. I don't want to start a clothing brand personally. You know what I'm saying? But like, I want community.
Right. That
like, you know?
of it.
Yeah, bro. And off the first run club, bro, like LinkedIn's were getting passed around, bro. Like people were connecting. Like, oh, I'm gonna connect you with this guy. I know this guy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I bought everybody smoothies. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we ate. Like we chopped it up. It's good vibes, bro. Like had a guy who was in law school pop out. I got Kev. I got, Mateo.
Yeah. I saw him post.
Yeah, he popped out. You know, had my guys down at Morehouse pop out. You know, Mateo's in real estate, commercial real estate. Yeah. You know, some other people. I think. Yeah, there's a good turnout, bro. But fitness, man, like for me,
Yeah.
I get started. So I pledged. I pledged Kappa Alpha Psi, Phi Nu Pi, in at Howard University. And when I got offline, like I was out of shape, bro. I was out of shape, bro.
Or like actually, or like you just.
I was out of shape
because like you play sports, right?
Yeah,
Sports and
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I was just out of shape, man.
Yeah.
Like pledging, man. All you do is just like you rumble. That's about it. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that either. But it's like, yo, what? You would think that you'd be in shape, you know what I'm saying? You're doing calisthenics too. So it's like, but nah, bro, I was out of shape, man. And I looked in the mirror and I was just like,
what you gonna do about that?
Like I was just like, yo, yeah, what am I gonna do about that? Exactly that. And bro, I was out of shape. I actually fell on some hard times. Like I was broke. Again, it was like, you know, I pledged, like all my money was going to the process. Like, yeah, I had some stuff going on back home. I had just lost my grandma. And you know, it was just hard to get back on my feet. But the only thing like that could keep me consistent was like working out. It was like no matter what happened in the day, if I worked out, I felt like it. Yeah, like it was cool. Like I did something to better myself.
Right.
Even if I couldn't find a job, or even if I couldn't like do this or whatever, I still worked out. And once I started seeing that progress, oh, it was like, it was up, dog. Like when I tell you, like 1 mile turned to 2, 2 mile turned to 3. I'm like, okay, I'm running 5 miles a day now. Okay, now I'm gonna run a 5K. That's too light. Now I'm gonna run a half marathon. Okay, did that. Now I'm gonna run a full marathon. Yo, I love this shit. It's sickening, but I love it. Like, dog, full marathon, hardest mental battle I ever fought. Probably harder than pledging. Because you don't have to do that shit. Right. Just like pledging, like you don't have to do it, but like
to get what you want.
To get,
like,
but like
to get in there. But like with marathon, you really
don't have to do that shit.
Yeah.
Like and I got to a point where like I was running 7:30s all the way through to mile 18. And funny enough, bro, like I think that this is just a funny story of just like mental fortitude. Like I started cramping in places that had nothing to do with running. Like my shoulders was cramping up, my chest was cramped, like my actual like pectoral muscle was like just cramping. Like you could see like it go like that. My fingers were like I'm running and my fingers are like slowly just going like this, like just making their own movement. And I had my phone on me and like my watch died like within the first 5 miles. So I didn't know how fast I was going. The only way I knew how fast I was going was because I was keeping up with this guy who had like an Audible thing going on, and it was like, you're currently at a 7:30 pace. So I'm like, all right, if I keep up with this guy, I'm gonna be good. Yeah. I called my shorty at the time. She was there. And I was like, yo, am I a bitch if I give up? I was straight up like, yo, am I a bitch if I give up? She was like, nah. Like, man, nah, I can't do it. I can't do it.
I ain't gonna lie, yeah, I'm
I
the
can't
same
do
way.
it. Like, yo. And then Cameron Spiller, shout out Cameron Spiller, bro. He got out there and ran a mile with me, bro. Like he had on like a full, like he had on some fly shit. Like he had on some like you know what I'm saying, like some shit. Something nothing to running.
Not to running. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Bro smelling like $1 million. Like, you know what I'm saying? Got out there and ran with me, bro. It was like, come on, how you feeling, King? Like I had to put my arm around him at one point. It's like I was just bro, every single step. And I just kept running. Like I literally could like, it was not physical anymore. Yeah. It became all mental.
Mental battle.
All mental, bro. But I love that shit. Like there's just something about it. Yeah. It's something about it, bro.
Because, you know, I call myself a mindset coach, and I do one-on-one trainings, you feel me? Patreon tap in.
For real?
Yeah.
Yo, that's what's up, man.
Yeah. No, I ain't gonna lie. No, I went through a lot mentally. Yeah. I went through a lot mentally, and I healed myself of all my trauma. Well, you know, obviously, it's a forever healing thing.
Yeah.
But I've definitely
that's
survived
beautiful,
a lot. And
bro.
be able to come out, you know, very positive. Like, you know, I'm a positive, inspirational type of boy. I feel like, you mean,
bro.
So, you feel me? I do offer those services.
Yo, tap in.
But I just wanted to ask you, like, how important do you think mental fortitude is?
Oh, I think it's everything. Because
and how did that contribute to like even your success beyond the marathon?
There's days where you don't want to do stuff. Like today, like I'll be honest, bro. I did not want to run today. Like, and I still don't. But
I actually hate running.
I'm gonna run 6 miles when I'm out of here.
That's tough.
Like I'm before 12 o'clock hits. You know what I'm saying? Like there's just gotta be. You can't like every day is not gonna be what you want it to be. Like you can't have sunshine without rain. You won't be able to appreciate the sunshine without the rain.
Facts, yin and yang.
But you have to know that, like, no matter what, you got to remain consistent. Because, like, you might be motivated. Motivation is like 20% of the battle, bro. It's consistency, that rest. Because it's like, you got to keep going, bro.
Right.
Like, you got to,
right.
And I think, I know I probably took a different approach to it, but like a more like just raw approach to it. But like in my head, it's just like I just tell myself like, yo, stop bitching. Like, no bitching.
Definitely.
No bitching.
Definitely.
Like at all.
And
it's hard. Fuck it. Suck it up.
I'm not gonna lie. People say that's not like healthy or whatever.
Yeah, bro. That shit got me through.
I'm sorry. That makes you get
yo,
through it, bro.
like, bro.
I'm not gonna lie.
That got me through.
That's true. Sometimes, I might feel some kind of way. I might be in my head crazy.
Yeah.
And sometimes the only thing that gets me out of it is like, yo, you a man.
Like, you a grown man. Suck that shit up and get
like,
this shit the fuck done. Like, here's the thing, bro. I feel like when you realize, like, nobody's gonna get you to where you want to be except for you. Once you realize that, it's only you. It's only you. The only person stopping you is really you.
Yeah, and for me, it was just like, no one's coming to save me, bro.
Nobody's coming to save you, bro. Who's
gonna
gonna carry the boats?
Who's
gonna carry the boats,
no,
bro?
Actually, though, no, real rap and like, that nigga's go crazy. What's his name again?
David God.
Yo, he's fucking insane. I actually read some of his book.
Dog.
And bro,
I gotta read that shit.
Yeah, no, it's actually tough. Like I only got to do a little bit of it, but I could tell it's a good joint.
You ever read a book and it's like you get like the first 2 chapters, you're like, I know enough, I'm good.
No, it's one of those in the raw experience, bro. And I actually listen to sometimes like when he does podcasts and stuff like that. Even that marathon thing that he did, he's on his shit of himself and all that.
Oh my
crazy.
God,
like
bro, I was pulling nails off my toes.
Fuck.
Like, because it was like the nail being there hurt too bad that it was just like pop it off, like just take it off.
How far you ran again?
For the marathon?
Yeah.
26.2 miles.
It's fucking crazy.
Like
bro.
mile 18, your body, like it's no more physical. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I did in training, the longest that I ran before the 26.2 was about 1920. And that was like it just gets long and fucking lonely. There's no music. And I did that shit without music. I want to tell y'all that too. No music, bro. I don't listen to music when I run. I might talk on the phone too. Like I talk on the phone when I run, but no music. Like I just want it to be me. Like me versus me in my mind. That's my piece. Like, because, bro, there's no distracting. You can't run from that pain, bro. Like, of 26.2 miles, no playlist is going to help you. There's no playlist that's going to save you, bro. I don't care what people say. That shit don't help.
Yeah. And sometimes also I peep, like, when I'm in the gym. I'm trying to get more in the gym, but when I am in the gym, I just peep that it builds my mind strength when I'm not listening to anything.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
when my AirPods die, it's like kind of this battle. Like I hear that voice a little more, that bitch ass nigga voice, like in my head. It's like, all right, like your body's hurting, just stop, just hop off the treadmill, go do something else.
Yeah.
Nah, like then you gotta tell yourself, like, nah, we doing this. You know what I'm saying? And each time you do that, you grow.
I want to tell people this, like, I think it's a little. Tell me if you think it's weird. Somebody told me this is weird. My lover told me it was weird. Shit. Yeah. So what I do when I'm on the treadmill, like if I'm ever on the treadmill, I'll watch UFC fighters train. Because in my mind, like I want to know that I'm going harder than somebody. And not saying like, oh, I'm going harder than a UFC fighter, but like I'm running more miles than them cats. Like, for sure running more miles.
I mean, no, it definitely is weird. It definitely is weird, but competition is a heavy motivator.
Yeah, like it's like I look down at the time, but for what I'm seeing is like them training, and I'm like, okay, and I'm like, yo, like,
Like when you work out with somebody, I feel like I go harder.
Yeah.
When you train with somebody, you know what I'm saying?
You're lifting heavier naturally. It's the same thing with running though. Like they tell people that when you run and you're training like for speed, don't run alone. Like you can train alone,
right.
But like there's something about when you train with somebody else, you're gonna run faster miles. Your splits are gonna be faster. Your whatever.
I think it's a biological thing, because we're just a tribal people.
Yeah.
So
you know what I've been thinking about, bro? Is like how we went from like hunting for food to like shopping for it. Like it's just so kind of crazy.
It's definitely crazy as shit. It's
like
unbelievable.
Like when you think about it, like men used to like, and before there was even the term of like men and women, like I'm talking like Homo sapiens.
Right.
If you saw another Homo sapien, you were instantly like trying to kill him.
Right.
Because it's like,
like
you know what I'm saying?
Survival of the fittest.
Whoever's like ooga, like
the best. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like. It's just kind of crazy how now we're living in like such close quarters, and you see people, and not to make excuse for people tweaking out, but like when you see people tweak out, I just think that that's like a gene that's, I don't know, like that might be like from back in the day, like back, like
shit. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
You gotta do like a paper on it, some shit,
dude. Like I just feel like sometimes it's like those tweak out moments are just them being like not tribal, but what would you call it? Like
shit, I don't know. It's your idea, nigga.
I don't know,
but I hear you saying, and also I want to make a video about this. 'Cause I'm starting to just do regular videos and just some shit is coming in the future, y'all. You gonna see, but I want to do a video on like just a topic of just like how basically what you're saying, like how we changed and just how like the stuff that we needed then biologically and mentally, we still use now. It's just in different ways. Like survival of the fittest, it was in a physical sense before, but now it's socially. Yeah, socially. We socially fight. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
With money, status.
You know what
I'm saying?
Instagram don't help.
Right. And it never disappeared. Like that kind of primal thing we got, it never disappeared. It just changed. You know what I'm saying? Because energy doesn't get destroyed.
Yeah, man. Energy can create and destroy.
But last question, bro. Let's wrap this joint up.
Yeah.
If you were, God forbid, to stop doing everything that you're doing now, what's one thing you want to leave people with? Whether it's a piece of advice, whether it's just a phrase, anything you want to say.
Bro. No finish line. Like, to the fullest extent, there is no finish line to this. You die, life goes on. You live, life goes on. You had a bad day, life goes on. There's no such thing as like being done. You get to one point of life, there's another level to reach. You know? It's time to keep going.
That was nasty.
No finish line, bro.
I like that, bro. I like that a lot, bro.
Thank you.
I ain't gonna lie. And like also, let's say that for off cam. Just tell them where they can find you at.
You can find me Cransome23 on Instagram. Chris Ransom, Christian Ransom. I don't know which one I have it on, but for LinkedIn,
I'm gonna pop it up.
And I think that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm not on any other socials. I don't think so. You know, no TikTok, no TikTok. TikTok's getting banned tomorrow.
I know, that's crazy. So I'm gonna see y'all, man. Y'all be safe.
Pleasure. It was a pleasure being here, bro.
For sure, bro. It's been insane, man. Y'all take care.